Welcome to Applied Wisdom for the Nonprofit Sector. We're in Module 1, Cultivating Culture. In the last video, we looked at the impact and importance of culture. Now, it's time to dig into how culture is shaped and cultivated. Let's get started. How do you cultivate a specific culture? Culture is built on your nonprofit's values. Your staff and board must articulate and embrace those values. Catchy slogans printed on mugs and t-shirts aren't enough. You'll never change an organization's culture just by telling employees the culture needs to change. As the leader, you must make real changes and communicate them not just once, but repeatedly and consistently. If you want to build a certain kind of culture or rebuild a failing one, you need the right structure, processes, and people that all align with your organization's values. The first step is to ensure that your organization has a set of 3 to 5 stated core values and that those values are in alignment with your mission and vision. Many organizations post their mission, vision, and values on their website. For example, these are the values published by the National Council of Nonprofits on their own site. If your organization doesn't have a written set of values, working with your staff and board to develop them is an excellent team and culture building exercise. Next, look at your nonprofit's structure, its processes, and its people to see how they align with your core values. As an example, let's take the value getting things done together. How could structure, processes, and people support or detract from a culture that aligns with this value? If an organization is structured with rigid departmental silos, it's difficult for employees to get things done together. This is an example of structure not being aligned with a core value, and it can be changed by the leader. The next place to shape culture is through processes. You can probably think of many collaborative processes that would foster the core value of getting work done together. As one example, employees could have a quick huddle each week to see what kind of special support their peers in other departments might need. Finally, people themselves must live out the organization's values in their everyday behavior. It's every team member's responsibility to walk the talk and commit to building a great enterprise together. Your team is much more likely to walk the talk if they see you, the leader, doing it, and make sure your managers are accountable for living the culture too. As the leader, you have the greatest power and responsibility to shape your nonprofit's culture. Only one person has the authority to change an organization's structure: the leader. Multiple people can update its processes, and everyone has the power over their own behavior to promote your nonprofit's core values. Let's hear from a seasoned nonprofit leader and learn about the steps they take to foster their organization's culture.
One of the ways in which we foster a culture of feedback and really consistent and frequent feedback loops is by making that a part of every single meeting agenda that we have. We're reflecting on past experiences. We're giving feedback to each other on different aspects of everyone's role and job. And so that's just a standing question that we have there. And it's not only feedback for staff, but it's feedback to leadership as well. We're able to provide those that place and that space. And sometimes it's, I have no feedback, and that's okay too. But just knowing that there's this opportunity for feedback sometimes is enough for folks that day. And so we just make sure that it's a standing item on all of our agendas. And then after every event that we've had or program, that we provide time and space for us to kind of do a deep dive, reflect, refine, and hopefully improve for the next time.
To lead a nonprofit through changing times, remember why the organization exists and what it stands for. Return to your core values and align your structure, processes, and behaviors to support them. Be intentional. Be explicit. Make it clear which behaviors you value and then model them for the rest of your team. Now it's your turn to walk the talk. In your workbook, the culture shaping exercise will help you pinpoint specific structures, processes, and individual behaviors that you can adjust to intentionally foster a healthy culture. Carve out about 15 minutes to work on this one and use it to develop your own top 3 list of culture shaping actions you're committed to take. Congratulations on completing Module 1. Next session, we'll move on to the second Applied Wisdom insight: respect and trust your people. See you there.